Church and School, which is situated along Ayshford, St. Thomas, once again, which is in the heart of Barbados, in the center of the island, the Innocents Anglican Church. And all here is Ayshford, Long Road to St. Thomas. Then back up to Ayshford towards Wrexham Hall. So Wrexham Hall will begin around the corner from the church. That is where the Wrexham Hall area begins. Then back up Wrexham Hall. So as I said before, this is the road to Harrison's Cave and Wrexham Hall Gully. And Harrison's Cave runs out under here. That is where they said that when service is going on at the church, that the organ from the church vibrates into the cave, causing a vibration in the cave. So this is a beautiful little country church in the heart of Barbados. So I have lots of family laid to rest in this cemetery, mostly over this side. As I said before, this is the road that will be part of Brian's Road in Wrexham Hall, St. Thomas, which is referred to by many residents as the line. It will take you back to Brian's Road in Wrexham Hall. And the Vicar's Club, which was the boys' school for Holy Innocents, was also at this location, in this space here, until they knocked it down around 2004 or 5. And we can see the pavilion, the pasture, and so on. Cemetery now, where they bury the people, since the cemetery in the churchyard is filled. So this is where most of my ancestors are laid to rest. My great aunt, great grandparents, uncles, aunts, one of my aunts, my second aunt, is laid to rest. I had a cousin that was buried here a few months earlier this year. She died at the ending of last year, so she was buried early this year. All the church cemetery here. So this is where the people are buried now. Saints. The cemetery in the churchyard is filled. And back up again towards Holy Innocents. Towards Ayshford. Bottom Ayshford. And again, this Ayshford is spelled Ayshford. And this is the road to Harrison's Cave and Wexford Hall. So at the bottom of Ayshford will be Hopewell, St. Thomas. Hopewell is the village down below Ayshford. Hopewell, St. Thomas. And then you will be straight down to Jack in the Box Gully. If you make the left turn, Jack in the Box Gully. So this is the primary school building. This was originally the girls' school, which was later damaged and destroyed by the passing of Hurricane Janet, which struck Barbados in September of 1955. And then it was rebuilt to this modern wall structure after. And this is the school building with the mural graphic on it that was done by Miss Joan Connell in 2005. Depicting things in St. Thomas mostly. You can see Mr. Lester Vaughan, the guy who wrote the National Pledge of Barbados. He was also the principal of Holy Innocents Primary School back in the 1950s and 1960s. You can see the monkey on Wexford Hall Gully, the windmill at either Sturgis Plantation or Morgan Lewis Plantation in St. Andrew, Sturgis Plantation in St. Thomas, just around from Harrison's Cave. You can see the gully and the top band, the Barbados top band in the gully. So this is a beautiful country church and school heart of Barbados. We're going to Ayshford. So this pavement here was placed here between late 2013 and early 2014, so that the pedestrians wouldn't have to be walking too close to the traffic, because before the pavement was here, pedestrians used to have to be walking too close to the traffic, the oncoming traffic. So this is the church cemetery. Like I said before, they do not bury people in here anymore, unless it is a body grave. This is the grave of W.T. George Gooding and his wife Mildred Gooding. Both were born in 1903, and they died 3 years apart. Jeffrey T. Gooding and Sheila Gooding are the two children. The tombstones, the church cemetery. And the grave of John W. Carrington, who died the 22nd of January 1889 at the age of 53 years. And in memory of Margaret Williams, wife of John W. Carrington of Richmond Hall, who died the 3rd of November 1881 at the age of 67 years. In memory of Walter Philip Smith, who died the 16th of June 1918 at the age of 82, and his wife Elizabeth Hines Trotman, who died the 24th of October 1914 at the age of 76. Sincere Walter Codrington Carrington Smith, and Beatrice Lyle Smith, and Phoebe Worrell Smith, and all Olive Worrell Smith. So this is a beautiful little country church here in the heart of Barbados. This is the multi-purpose center, where the resident members can get together and have their social gatherings. The bell tower here, where the bell is. This bell was rung by the famous sexton, Collis O'Donnell Daniel. This bell tower was built here in the early 90s when they was renovating the church to build this front porch. This is the former vicarage where the priest used to live. The last priest that lived here was Reverend Light. In sacred memory of the following families: William Green, John and Elizabeth Reeds, William and Walter Daniel, Lenora and Alvin Daniel, and the Glasgow family. May they rest in peace. I have lots of ancestors laid to rest in Holy Innocents churchyard. The grave of former organist Hudson DeCosta Dritz, who was also a principal at the Hillaby Turner's Hall Primary School. Hudson DeCosta Dritz is also a distant relative of mine. He was the organist of Holy Innocents Church. And the grave of former principal Lester St. Clair Vaughan, SCM, Silver Crown of Merit, who was the principal of Holy Innocents Primary School, and he was the organist here as well. He was the principal at Holy Innocents back in the 1950s and 1960s. He also wrote the National Pledge of Barbados in 1973. So thank you guys for watching it, and have a blessed evening. Going back up to Westman Hall. So Westman Hall, as I said before, begins around the corner. That is where the Westman Hall area will begin. So, thank you guys for watching now, and do have a blessed evening.